now, as of today, there's an anti-abortion rally assembly on Parliament Hill today, which is supposed to attract 1,000 people. This is a March for Life protest, which has occurred since last week due to this leaked document. And anti-abortion groups such as Campaign Life Coalition yesterday spoke in front of the Supreme Court of Canada about what this overturn could mean and what it could also impact Canadian law when it comes to abortion. And this is something that has been Canadian law since 1988, considered as a constitutional right. And so this is happening today, and there is a counter protest near Parliament Hill for groups that are advocating for abortion. Now, the federal government under the Liberals have now announced funding to expand access to abortion services. This has come out that the Liberal government has announced $3.5 million of funding for 2 initiatives to make sure that there's accessibility to abortion and clinics and some of these advocacy groups. The Minister of Health, he said that Action Canada would be getting $2.1 million over 3 years to improve information and referral services. And essentially, referral services are a service where, women or people who do want to seek the services of getting an abortion in terms of where to go and to get information about how to receive that procedure, what's the impact when it comes to physical, mental, emotional. So the funding is provided. That's $2.1 million for Action Canada and another $1.4 million for National Abortion Federation Canada. And this funding would be for the same time period of 3 years to ensure that healthcare providers who perform abortions are trained and that they're ensuring that facilities that provide these services have adequate capacity to do so. And now this follows as yesterday, where the U.S. Senate put forward a vote to be able to put right abortion law into federal law, which would position it that if there is an overturn on the constitutional factor of it, it would still be a federal law. There was a vote. The Democrats had put it forward to ensure that this would be the case, and it failed as the vote was 51 to 49, so very close difference, which was short of the 60 vote necessary under Senate rule to make sure that it becomes federal law, regardless of the opinion on whether it's a constitutional right or not. So this is a big step on what's happening, and of course we're following that through. It was a big part of the debate last night with the federal Conservative leadership candidates, where all of them said that they are pro-choice. The ones who refrained from saying they're pro-choice or not said that if they do govern, become prime minister, it will not be something that will be tabled in the House of Commons as a debate to overturn that as Canadian law. But it was only Leslyn Lewis who said that she is pro-life and that she had her own views on that. So that was what happened last night, and we'll definitely bring that for you in detail later today. A new lawsuit has come about, which is by the Canadian gymnasts who have now alleged that they have suffered through physical and sexual abuse in certain programs under Gymnastics Canada. This group has now put towards a class action lawsuit, essentially saying that this is against the Gymnastics Canada and affiliated provincial organizations, that they had, from child being part of gymnastics, they have suffered through a lot of this abuse that they've endured, and now they're speaking out about it, and this is something they're bringing to light. Yesterday, they filed the class action lawsuit in the BC Supreme Court, and essentially alleging that there's an abusive culture when it comes to Gymnastics Canada, and athletes are going through dire circumstances of inappropriate sexual and physical abuse, of being touched in a sexualized manner by coaches and being pushed into dangerous eating disorders to be able to maintain a certain weight and to be able to, which has distorted their self-image of their body and what they think is normal and abnormal. So this is something that they're speaking out against, saying that it has, humiliated them over the years, especially during developmental years, being young, and it has threatened their mental health and their own perception of oneself. This is come to light since March, where a group of 71 past gymnasts wrote an open letter about the abuse that they've endured while being gymnasts, and that's in Canada. So this is coming to light, and we'll cover that for you as this lawsuit goes to trial.